in the show Afterlife, and John's character is dealing with the passing of his wife, who recently died, and who also happens to be Carrie's sister. And yeah, so, and they both work together at a small paper. So, and John is kind of trying to find the meaning of his life now that his wife is dead. All right, here we go. Ready? And action.
Tony. Come on. What's going on?
Well, we are putting out a free local newspaper that no one cares about.
No, that's not, no, Tony, that's not it. I mean, that's not why I wanted to talk to you. I mean, as a matter of fact, there's an awful lot of people who find our newspaper very vital in their life. Not everybody is on the Twitter.
Yeah, well, what do you want me to say? That I'm sorry, that I'll cheer up? Because I won't, because there's no point.
Well, look, Tony, I know that you have any issues here. Okay, I know, since you lost Lisa.
Yeah, you think my wife dying maybe affected me a bit?
Oh, I know it would. It would happen. I mean, yeah, I get it. Now the thing is, though, I even had to tell Sandy about it, you see. And
who's Sandy?
Sandy is the new person who's working with us. That Sandy. I mean, the thing is that I had to look, I had to say something, right? Well, she should think she's bad or something. But you see, could I get a little bit more professionalism from you, Tony? That's just, yeah. No?
Nope.
All right, Tony. Look, I really shouldn't have to explain to you that you can't be rude to people.
Well, you can though. That's the beauty of it. There's no advantage to being nice or thoughtful or caring or having integrity. I mean, it's a disadvantage, if anything.
Yeah, well, okay, then let's just see how long you last here, because I could just, right? I could let you go. I mean, if you're gonna be
No, you won't. You won't. That's what I'm saying. I will just go on taking advantage of you, and just like everyone else does here. Look, you'll warn me. I'll ignore it. You'll give me another warning. I'll ignore it, and I'll just go on being, just a jerk and saying, do what the fuck I want, for as long as I want. And look, it's just the girls here. They have discovered that you won't question women's problems. All right. Yeah. Kat, she's had 3 periods this month. Yeah. She likes Fridays off. You do nothing. Yeah. She gets away with it because she's an asshole. So, I figured out, well, I'll try some of that.
It doesn't look, don't you want to feel better? Don't you want to be happy? I mean, come on.
Look, the only thing that would make me better and happy is Lisa being around, and that can happen. Okay, that's why I nearly killed myself right straight away.
Yeah, but you didn't, Tony. Right? There's a big difference there. But I don't understand. Help me. What made you stop? I mean,
the look on the dog's face. She was hungry, so I figured I'd better feed her. And so that gave me some time to think. And I realized I should be dead now. I didn't care. You know, it's just like a bonus. Okay, you know, I can just be an asshole and go on, do and say what the fuck I want for as long as I want. And if it all gets to be too much, I can just kill myself. It's like a superpower.
How is that a superpower? I don't. But it's not a good one. It's not a good one.
It's the way it is.
Now, what do I have to now keep happy so you don't kill yourself, or what is the thing?
If you like.
I don't, Tony. I don't.
Well, that's just the way it is now.
All right, Tony. I get you. I'm really glad we had this chat, though. Right?
Yeah. That was really constructive.
Right. And see.
Okay. Very good, you guys. That was just so much better. Way to go.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Oh, thank you.
I
Yeah,
love
your direction is great. I finally had to get worn down. It took me a while to figure that one.
Yeah, but both of you just took the direction so great. I mean, Carrie, also the other thing that I just loved about your character was just you're so uncomfortable about getting emotional, and not being able to deal with emotions well. And there was a moment when you just kind of started smiling at a completely inappropriate time, just out of just coping. And John, on your end, the layers and the depth and the breadth of the pain was palpable. I mean, when you said it was like a superpower, I was just like laughing and crying at the same time.
Yeah.
So anyway, I loved it. I thought you guys just rocked it. So way to go.
Thank you. Thanks, Brad. Thanks so much.
Way to go, you guys. It's just so fun to see the progress, you guys. You guys are all obviously, seasoned and great and really solid actors, but like you continue to hone your craft and you get better and better and better. And so it just makes me really hope you guys are auditioning more and more, because you should be out there showing people this. It's a scene like this is awesome. It's awesome. I would have booked both of you. So way to go. Good job.
Thank you, Brad. Thanks for your help. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Okay. Recorded just so you work at a small paper, John, and Carrie, you're his brother-in-law and boss, and your wife died a couple weeks ago. Is that right?
Yeah,
John?
probably. I think
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you're kind of at that place where it's like life is meaningless.
Right. Yeah.
And Carrie, you're trying to keep this paper afloat, even though your sister died.
Yeah. And also he's been like really rude. And so we have a new employee.
Mm-hmm.
I had to explain to her, what's going on. He's just been outrageous, and I just really need him to be more civil. So that's what's going on.
Okay. Sounds cool. Turn off my video. All right, you guys. Take a moment. Think a little bit about what's just happened right before the scene starts and where you're coming from. Where are you? You're in this little paper. You're gonna have a talk. And
and he's just made a horrible scene. It was just a disaster.
What did he do?
He got rude. He threw papers up in the air. She asked him a question, and he just stormed out and threw papers in the air. And
who is she? Just a customer?
No, the girl that works for us.
And so he flipped out on a girl who works for you.
Yeah. He just was rude, and he made remarks to her, and he just ran. And then
does she quit?
No, she didn't quit, but I have to straighten him out.
Okay, I got it. Okay. All right. There's something weird with your mic again, Carrie, just so you know.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
Is this better?
It's weird. It kind of comes and goes. But yeah, now it's a little better.
Okay.
It now it's back. I'm not going to worry about it now, but I think it
Okay.
would be good for you to look into it, especially if you're doing self-tapes.
Well, yeah, I have, and I'm going to have to actually make some changes if it doesn't, if I can't.
I think you know, and it's really easy because all you have to do is order an external mic.
You know, that's the next thing I'm going to try. John offered to loan me one, so I'm going to.
I mean, you probably get one on Amazon for $20.
I can get one on John for nothing. So.
Well, that sounds even better. All right, here we go. All right, ready and action.
Tony, what's going on?
Well, we are putting out a free local newspaper that no one cares about.
No, that's not what I meant. But that's really not true, actually. Now, you know, actually, quite a few people, Tony, they really rely on our paper. So yeah, they don't all have Twitter, you know.
Okay, well, what do you want me to say? That I'm sorry, I will cheer up, because I won't, because there's no point.
Look, Tony, I know that you've had issues, okay? I mean, you know, since you've lost Lisa.
Yeah, you think? My wife dying maybe affected me a bit?
Oh, yes. Oh, I of course it could. I mean, I get that too. I get that. And I even told Sandy about it, you see?
Who? Who's Sandy?
It's the woman you just, it's the new employee here. So I had to say something here, Tony, because, you know, you're just, you know what I'm saying? I can't have her think that this is a madhouse here. You know, I just need a little bit more of you know, that professional thing that you can bring to this. Okay, will you please tell me?
No.
I shouldn't really have to explain to you that you can't really go around being rude to people.
You can, though. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Look, there's no advantage to being nice and thoughtful and caring and having integrity. You know, it's a disadvantage, if anything.
You know, if you want to keep talking like that, we're just going to see about that, because if you carry on like this, I'm afraid really I will have to potentially let you go.
No, you won't. You won't. Because, look, that's what I'm saying. Because you're a nice guy, and I will just, you know, take advantage of you, just like everyone else does here.
What?
Look, you'll warn me. I'll ignore it. You'll give me another warning. I'll ignore it. And I'll carry on doing what the fuck I want. And eventually, you'll give up, and I'll win. Look, the girls here, they have discovered that you won't even question women problems. You know, Kath, she has had 3 periods this month because she likes Fridays off. You do nothing. She gets away with it because she's an asshole. So I thought, all right, I'll try some of that.
Listen to me, Tony. You really, I think you should want to feel better. I think you should want to be happy, all right?
Look, there's really only one thing that would make me better and happy, and that's Lisa being around, and that can't happen. So that's why I almost killed myself right off the bat.
Yes, I know, but you didn't. That's the happy thing. So something must, right? Something stopped you. What was it?
The look on the dog's face. She was hungry, so I thought I should feed her. And so that gave me some time to think. And yeah, I thought, you know, I should be dead by now. I didn't care. And so, you know, everything's now, it's a bonus. and I can become an asshole and do whatever the fuck I want for as long as I want. And if it all gets too much, then I can just kill myself. And well, it's like a superpower.
I don't know. I mean, that's just like the worst superpower I've ever heard of, Tony.
It's the way it is now.
Well, okay. Well, what does that mean, Tony? That I have to make you happy so you won't kill yourself? I mean, really? I mean, do I have that kind of, clock running here on myself?
If you like.
I don't like that.
Well, anyway, that's the way it is.
All right, good. All right, Tony. I'm really glad that we had this chat.
Yeah. Very constructive.
You can go. And sing.
Hey, you guys, nice. Getting better. Okay, I like the scene. To me, it's John, it's just it seems to me you keep looking at your lines.
Well, maybe
Are your lines up and to your right?
They are, yeah.
Okay, so you need to know that I can see you doing that a lot.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I think I may have referred to him a couple times, but not a lot.
Yeah, maybe you don't even realize you're doing it. But like when you got into that big speech about periods 3 times, whatever, that's a great speech. And the looking at the lines took away from it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, that's all I can tell you is,
yeah.
And you have to kind of figure out, well, what's driving me here? What's going on with me here that I bring these things up and why I say them. And I found my mind started wandering. And, in the beginning of the scene, you guys had me. Like it was so honest and connected. And then something happened and I just faded away. And I think that's what it is. I think it just isn't flushed out enough in some of these things that you're saying. Otherwise, the scene is going to come off as very flat and just sort of not heading anywhere. What is, as I've said before, believability and honesty and truth, that's always number one. But there are principles, that we have to sort of try to think about. And, when the scene comes out, when we do it, we don't necessarily know it's going to come out this way, but you can certainly think ahead of time. We do kind of want to have a build in the scene.
Right, yeah.
We do want to have a beginning, middle, and an ending of some sort, if possible. Now, when we start the scene, there's no such thing as a beginning, middle, and ending because we've never done it before. But when you're thinking about the scene and you're going, okay, I know that I'm heading towards the end of the scene. It's probably a good idea for me to think about, I wonder what's going on with me that would drive me more and more nuts that may exacerbate me emotionally.
Right.
Like Carrie on your end. Like why are you so successful at containing everything? And maybe you're not.
I see. Okay.
Maybe some of the things that he's doing really start to rub you the wrong way and you don't know how to deal with it.
Okay.
And watching you have to do that, and then he throws a peanut at your forehead.
Right.
It's like you're going to explode. A volcano about to erupt. You both are, really. But John, what is this scene about to you? Like for your journey? Like what is your thing? Like what is the scene about for you? It's about it's a story about a man who what?
Well, that he's discovered that the way he's going to deal with his grief is just to kind of just let everything go. you talked a little bit about last week about, you know, that this attitude that everything's a bonus. So, you know, I've decided that, you know, I'm just going to go for it and not worry about what might happen.
Okay. So then that's what it's about, a guy who's trying to find meaning, you know, in his life,
Mm-hmm.
you know, even after his wife has died and it's crushed him, and he's trying to find a way to survive and find some reason to continue to keep going.
Right. Yeah.
But maybe the bonus thing we were talking about is a good idea. I like it, but we don't necessarily know that that's the answer. You know, maybe
Right.
that is it, but there may be something else. What if that's not it? What if it's something else? Maybe my journey is something else, but we see somebody struggling, trying to overcome something. Otherwise, you're going to fall into a trap of just playing a thing.
Right.
I'm playing the guy with the bonus.
Okay.
Instead of what's fighting against me? What is it? Go ahead.
It's kind of all the stupid or meaningless things that are around me, the people, and, you know, that are all, and I'm annoyed by every.
Yeah.
stupid
See,
thing.
I think that you need to go deeper. To me, I think what's fighting against you is suicide.
Well, okay, yeah, that's certainly it too.
You know, that I just want to kill myself, and I don't know why I shouldn't, because there's no reason to live anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Because I miss my wife so much. She was the most important thing to me. What is the point? I don't enjoy life anymore. I don't have any meaning. I don't have any thing to do. I'm trying to find it and I can't find it.
Right.
And you're sitting here worrying about this fucking stupid little paper.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I even doing? Why are we here? It's about a guy trying to find that after the loss of his wife. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
That might give you a more guttural, you know, thing to fight for. And then, Carrie, you've got to think about what this story is about for you, about a guy who is mowed over by everybody, you know, and trying to deal with that and try to maybe, how do I cope with that? How do I find my dignity?
Right.
A guy who's still trying to stay strong and, you know, be a man in his own eyes and not be somebody who's just walked on all the time. But maybe, you know, when you were playing it, I think that you were doing a good job in the beginning. But what I would suggest is, as the scene goes on, let those things hit you harder.
Right. Yeah.
Let them bother you.
Yeah.
Let them bother you more, and let them get to you. And I want to see it affect you. And now we're building the scene in a way that both of you are going to be heading toward an explosion. So that by the time you say, Carrie, I think you should go, isn't that what you say?
Yeah.
I believe you can do this scene in a way that by the time you say, I think you should go, it's because I think you should go because I'm going to shoot you with a gun.
Okay. Right. Okay.
And if you want, if you want to continue to try to find meaning in your life and stay alive, I think you should go. So, you know, this is kind of what we do, right? We got to find, we're like treasure hunters as actors. We're looking for things, finding things to find meaning in our scenes and make them more interesting and fascinating. So, you know, I like the bonus thing, John. I really do. I think he's kind of living on borrowed time, but I think that's a part of it. I think there's more.
Yeah.
And if you kind of think, you know, you're on the cusp of suicide and you're sitting here worrying about a fucking paper, like, are you kidding me? This is it?
Yeah.
You ever see Scarface?
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that one scene when Tony Montana's in the really wealthy restaurant and he's like, so this is it, huh? Fucking, drinking. That's what all this is?
Right.
And he's just kind of looking around. He's got all the money in the world and he's completely unhappy. His wife is leaving him. That's what this is. That's where you are.
Right.
Where are you going to go?
Yeah.
And Carrie, I think if you want, you can also take on a little bit of that. What's the meaning of your life? You know,
Oh, you mean?
what am I doing? You know, I'm the king of nothing. He's saying this paper is shit. Well, you're the guy who runs the paper. So you're the king of nothing. And if you're the king of nothing, your life is meaningless too. So, I mean, find the struggle, you guys, okay?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Yeah.
So it's good. It's really good. I just know that you guys can take it to a whole new level. And
I appreciate it.
I don't know. You know, we don't know because we're not going to act beforehand, but I'm excited to see the fireworks that are going to come out of this scene near, you know, as this thing builds and you allow yourself to be affected or infected by each other. You know, when I'm losing my voice, but John, when Carrie says some of those things to you and they infect you, let them hit and hurt. And it's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. It almost makes you laugh that he's worried about Sandy, or the employee that I yelled at.
Right.
Who gives a shit? Why are you even worrying about this? Why are we even here? What's the point? And let those things hit you and attack you. And then when John fights back and attacks you, Carrie, let those things infect you as well, because you maybe are genuinely happy with your paper.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, I'm having a hard time right now because you're making me think about things that I don't want to think about. Like why we're here and who gives a shit about this little paper. You know, if we all thought about that all the time, we would just all kill ourselves. And I don't want to think about that. I want to think about, well, maybe there's some meaning here. Maybe I can do something. Maybe I can accomplish something, make a difference.
Right.
And he's making you question that. And if he's making you question it, you're going to be on edge. What are you doing to make a difference with this stupid little paper? Why are you not worried about your sister dying? Where's that? Why is that not fucking you up? And if it isn't fucking you up, why not? And maybe it's a side of you that you just can't go there. It's too big. I need to keep moving forward because I have to function. I have to keep the paper going. I got to pay my bills. I got to deal with life. You understand?
I do. That's really good. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I think on the surface, the scene could be very flat. You know, and I think if you gave it to 100 actors, I think 90 of them would do it flat. I think you two would not. I think you two would be the ones that would look deeper and bring a whole different thing to this and make me go, holy shit, I need these two in my movie.
Yeah.
I want them. They're bringing things that I didn't even think of. Okay.
Thank you, Brad.
All
That
right,
was
guys.
really helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.